Jared, you know what's crazy? And shout out to we're about to do the Sunday show, and shout out to Lala. She does everything for us. But she waited till right before we were about to start the show to take that shot. Like she been waiting all weekend to take that shot, and she took it. Yeah, we took a night off last night or a couple nights ago. Zion didn't play, so sorry about not having the live after the game on Friday, but they lost by like 46, so it didn't really matter. Pelicans lose again tonight, 136-130. We're gonna recap very little about that, and then we're gonna talk about kind of more of off-season stuff of who should stay, who should go. We're gonna talk a little bit about March Madness and the upcoming schedule because it's about to get really interesting. Even though Charlotte lost tonight, Pelicans are only one game back of that number 3 spot. So a lot to talk about. Smash the like button. Let's do it.
First took away. Yes, with this. Get your money's worth now.
Presented by Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm. You've been hurt in any kind of accident, car, truck, 18-wheeler, or hurt offshore. Scott Vicknair handles it all. Give him a call at 504-500-1111 for a free consultation. They always fight for the win. Is always powered by 4D. Shout out Blue Moon. Lito, we gotta get you a Blue Moon, Lito.
Something. Give me something, man.
We gotta get you something here. Jared and Lito, I think Chris and Chaz might be joining a little bit later. Make sure you smash the like button. As I said earlier, Pelicans fall 136-130. CJ McCollum again tonight tried to blow the tank, but another 40 point. Will Guillory, but it's okay.
Now, you said pause, but that was one of the most egregious ones we've had in a while. I'm not saying you got caught in the storm. I'm just saying I hadn't seen you take that shot pause in a minute. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Shout out John Deere. I like that.
We're gonna call it ring rust. Just a little.
CJ McCollum with another 40 ball tonight. Goes 60-28 from the field, 5-12 from deep. I didn't really catch much of the game. What was weird, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, why did Antonio Reeves only get 3 minutes?
I won't talk about that, but I think we need to talk about that in a larger portion of the show under a certain subheader.
Did you watch the game tonight, Lito?
I did. I didn't watch the second half, but I saw the first.
I caught the fourth quarter. So he that was more of a coach's decision to play him 3 minutes. He didn't get hurt, did he?
No. Listen, man. I was watching the game with my mom, and there was a play tonight where I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but he's jersey number 8, and he missed a wide open fast break layup, like wide open. And my mama asked me who that was, and I said, just a player that needs to retire. And then I looked at the box score and I was like, damn, Reeves had 3 minutes. And I'm like, this dude had 13 minutes. And this is a guy you picked up off a free agent wire from Miami and against a guy who you actually drafted. Like, you took time to draft this particular player.
But Lito, not only draft, they traded into the second round. Like, you gave up assets to draft said player.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused. Keon Brooks got 21 minutes. What does Keon Brooks do?
I don't know. Like, and the worst part is, in 11 minutes the other night, Lito, Antonio Reeves went 5-5 from the field, 1-1 from deep.
I mean, Justin, in 3 minutes tonight, he was 1-1. Like, he made a three. That was it. And they was like, all right, we seen enough.
How many minutes has CJ played? Yep. CJ played nearly 40 minutes tonight.
37 minutes.
The process. Jared, do you want to say anything about the game?
I mean, I just always want to. I know there's like this part of Twitter that says that when CJ McCollum plays against bad teams, I don't think Detroit's a bad team. Yeah, he always plays well. Dog, find me somebody else on the Pelicans that can score 40. Just find me one. Just find me one. Somebody other than CJ McCollum that can score 40. I just hate the thought that we can sit here and people on Twitter can sit there and be like, CJ McCollum sucks at basketball. Are you sure? Are you positive? Like, that's the hill you die on.
But Jared, you know what's crazy about that? Because I saw someone say it again today about this whole. Well, he puts up big numbers against bad teams. This is the NBA. This is a professional basketball league. This isn't Kentucky versus Idaho or something crazy. Like this isn't like where Cooper Flag like earlier in the year he drops 30 against Lipscomb. Like this isn't that. He's going up against and the Pistons, by the way, aren't a bad team. They're a playoff team. They're better than you. And he's still dropping 40.
Yeah, CJ McCollum scored. Did he score 40 in a Western Conference final?
He did.
Like elimination game?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He's the only player on the roster. I'm talking from day one this year that has ever reached a Western Conference final.
He's the only. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody else. I'm about to say. I don't think
anyone's been in the second round. Has anyone been in the second round?
If it wasn't for Bron, Griff would be in that same boat, right? He wouldn't have gotten to the Western Conference Finals.
Bruce got a ring.
Fuck true. Bruce.
Dang, see Bruce.
Shot Bruce.
Yo, can I talk about Bruce?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So man, look, Bruce is
don't say anything crazy.
Bruce is how do I want to say this? You know how you go into a certain I don't know, like Wi-Fi. Let's talk Wi-Fi, right? Like sometimes you got the highest form of Wi-Fi, and sometimes like the latency isn't that great in the Wi-Fi, right? The thing about Bruce is like he's a particular player where like if the situation surrounding him can complement his play style or his lack of shooting ability, Bruce is like very smart. Like Bruce was doing some dumb things early in the year, and I'm just willing to chalk that up to who the coach is. I don't think Bruce is dumb. I think that he was probably so dumbfounded when he walked into that locker room and he heard you got a freaking fight as like the call of arms that I think it probably wore on Bruce. But I've been watching Bruce play basketball the last couple of games. Bruce is very, very smart, and he could be very, very, very useful. Also, Kelly Olynyk is very, very smart, like a very, very smart basketball player. And I think Kelly Olynyk could be very useful to a good team. I don't know. We go get into that later, but
you're not wrong. It's funny you mentioned that. Like Olynyk, I watched the fourth quarter today. Olynyk makes some very high IQ plays. He's just not a starting center.
He's not a center. He's not a center at all.
Exactly. So like once again, another guy that's being played out of position. And I'm like, you're completely right too, Lito, about Bruce Brown. Like, but once again, he has no business being on this team right now. None. And I'm not taking a shot at player Bruce. Like Bruce Brown's a champion, but he doesn't fit this team, and I don't think he fits this team next year either. Because you say you get to surround him by like serious talent, right? Like he makes sense for the Denver Nuggets. Like, yeah, he takes you to the next level. Go ahead, Jared.
My bad, Justin. No, I just think some people like Kelly Olynyk and Bruce Brown, they're just high intellect players, right? Like you need those players on your basketball team to win games, like to help you win games. If you're not even like at that level, then it pays it doesn't pay you to have them on your team. They can't impact your team the way you need them to. That's why a guy like Zion, when he was like, yo, having Kelly on the team is like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh, somebody that can make an entry pass. Yeah. Yeah, I bet that's cool. Like
somebody can make a high low, just a high low read.
Yeah. Oh, a bounce pass to his his strong side hand, and he can finish. Like everything's easy. Again, we talked about this many moons ago. How many times does Brandon or Zion, like at those points, right? When did somebody create for them? Like get them in position for them to get an easy bucket? It was rare, super rare.
Right. No, well said. I think that's a perfect segue into our next segment here is who stays and who goes. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to give you all a name.
Yeah.
Is he staying or is he going?
Yeah.
So Jarrett, we'll start off with you first. Staying or going? That means he is on the roster game 1 of 2025. Jordan Hawkins.
He is. He's gone. He's gone.
Jordan Hawkins is gone.
Mm.
Okay. Lito.
Same answer.
No, I gave you a different player.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. For him, for Hawk, it was the same answer.
Oh, got you. Jose Alvarado.
Gone.
Okay.
Are we saying it's like our thought process, like should they be here or not, or are we saying?
Oh, right.
The team will do.
Right.
What the team?
Well, that changes everything.
No.
Changes.
No. I want y'all's thoughts.
Okay, good.
I don't
We're smart.
No,
We're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point. Okay, so gone. Okay. Jarrett. Kelly Olynyk. Stays or goes?
Stay.
Why?
I need to see Zion and Trey with good basketball players, like high intellect. This is why I didn't want to trade Josh Hart. And it wasn't because of CJ. I just didn't want to trade intellectual player for another intellectual player, right? I need multiple there. So if somehow can help Zion get smarter by putting him with other smarter people, yeah. I'm
Another question for you, Jarrett. Would Kelly Olynyk, if he does stay and you're saying he stays, is he a starter next year?
No, still not.
Come off the bench. Okay. Lito.
Yes, sir.
Herb Jones.
Oh, that's tough. It's so many caveats, dog. Who the coach? Who the coach? What does the lineup look like?
No. You ain't asked that for the first one.
Don't do this shit. Yeah. It was quick, gone. Herb Jones. Stays or goes?
Being as though I don't have any other context, I'm going to say stays.
Do you think he's back for opening night?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I think the reason why I say stays is because I think you missed the window of opportunity of trading him when his value was the highest, and I think he has to probably rebuild it at this point. Not from a defensive end standpoint, but like, you know what? Good example. Look at Dyson Daniels, right? And I hate bringing up Dyson Daniels just because of Chris, but like if you look at what Dyson, where his name is in the echelon of defenders in the NBA now, still doing the same thing offensively, pretty much. Like it's not a big change there, but his value is probably higher than Herb. I'm sure not probably, it's higher than Herb at this point, right? Because also Herb hasn't played. So I think you got to give Herb a chance to probably build his value back up.
It kind of, yeah. It reminds me of Brandon Ingram last offseason, like where you couldn't trade him, right? You had to build back his value. That's always a tough one, right, with Herb, because Herb does mean so much to this team. But at the end of the day, like he's got 2 years left, as Chad's been saying. He's on a down year. What's that?
Team. Herb means so much to this team. What team? Like I like Herb too, but what team? How many games they've won?
19. Yeah, that's fair.
Bro,
everybody's replaceable. Yeah.
And I disagree with that too, because I think there's a stat out there that the defense is actually worse when he's on the floor.
I'd have to actually look at that. Justin F. All right, Chung. Jesus. All right. My bad. Smash like button for 100 people in there. Appreciate y'all. Jarrett. Bruce Brown.
I'm going to use my other example. I'll keep Bruce until his value is where I need it to be. Then I can move on from it.
So you're going to re-sign Bruce Brown. Bring him back.
Yeah, because, again, like I think a championship team will come calling around February. Like, we're not going to be good. Cool, I can maximize the value.
Smart.
Like, I'll keep Bruce.
Okay. Lito, Willie Green.
Hey, no. I want to answer this one too.
Get both y'all to go. Stays or goes, Willie Green.
Brother, Liz, check this out.
We already know what both y'all are going to say. Do you think he actually stays or does he go?
I don't know anymore. Like in all actuality, I don't know anymore. I can't for sure tell you. Yeah, just because one of the things that I said in one of the last Sunday pods we did was we talk about vision. We talked about Antonio Reeves to start the show, right? If there was a vision, if there was a groundwork being laid for the team to follow, I feel like Griff would have stepped in at a certain point and said, play the young guys, the guys who we drafted. Willie Green is still coaching like this team is going to make the play-in. And they are have been mathematically eliminated since January?
No, I think it was the end of February.
They've been mathematically
or beginning of March. One of the
mathematically eliminated since February, and you're playing a 34-year-old basketball player 37 minutes
in a meaningless game to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah. Willie should have been gone a long time ago. But to Leo's point, you played CJ McCollum 37 minutes in a game that he shouldn't have been playing in. When you're starting shooting guard forward, Trey Murphy just got injured a week ago because he was playing in a game he shouldn't have been playing in. You do this stuff to yourself. Yeah, let's just move on.
Okay. That's oh my God, it makes no sense. Lito. Actually, I just Lito. Jarrett. JRE.
Oh.
My dog with the nice hair gotta go. But I rock with him. It's not like I don't like him as a player, but yeah, I think we could find another JRE, bro. It's not necessarily him.
Yeah. Hey, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yo, I was watching JRE Hoop tonight.
What about? Did you see you said you didn't see the fourth quarter?
I didn't see the fourth quarter.
It was kind of go ahead. He had a crazy play, but go ahead.
Like bad. It was bad. Okay,
it's really bad.
Okay, well, the first two quarters that I saw, this man, I mean, he has probably the second best looking jumper on the team. For one, let's start there, right? I'm not advocating for JRE either way. I'm just saying, JRE is what, 24 years old?
Let me see.
No, he got to be older. 26.
He's 24.
What?
He's 24 years old, bro. He had 8 assists tonight. He had 8 assists.
God. Wait, are they like swing assists, or are they like dribble, penetrate, kick?
He had some like nice looking plays that it had me really like, damn, he might not be the problem. His operation, the usage that he's being given might be the problem. Because like from that corner jumper for him, it's cash. But then you see him go 17 games and not playing.
And this it goes back to literally the Antonio Reeves conversation, Lito. Why not give? I'm not saying JRE is this staple and the cornerstone of a team, but I'm just like, just give him the 35 minutes tonight. Like you know what you have with Olynyk. Hey Kelly, thanks. Hey, we're excited for having you next year. We're gonna go limited minutes. Let's go JRE. Let's go Carlo. Whatever it may be. But he did have a play tonight, Lito. I'll break it down for you in the fourth quarter. Someone, I don't know who drives to the rim, and it's an air ball. And the only way that the offensive player can get the ball back is if a defender touches the basketball. Well, not only does Jerry lets the ball touch his chest, he then doesn't grab it. So then the offensive player just sees it went off JRE's chest. He then takes the basketball and just laid it up, and Antonio Daniels just like lost his mind. And I was just like, you just question the IQ there. It was just grab it and you're done. But all right, next player. Lito, Dejounte Murray.
Oh,
stays or goes?
Speaking for me, if I can move Dejounte, if I get a team to take the salary, I move him.
Would you have done this if he didn't pop his Achilles?
No. But the timeline different now. I don't know when
So that means you have to attach an asset to Dejounte.
I mean, Griff hasn't had a problem with that before, so. I mean, what's changing?
That's fair. Jarrett, Zion Williamson.
Huh?
Okay, let me. Pelicans get the number 1 pick.
Uh-oh.
It don't even matter. We talked. No, Zion Williamson will be a Pelican until hell freezes. Like here. See, he says like I want out. The organization does not have that say so. I don't think so.
Yeah.
They don't have the balls.
Yeah.
Literally, they do not. They do not. You know what I mean by that? They do not have the balls to do that.
Fair. I think I've said everybody. Have we said CJ?
No.
Okay, Lito. CJ McCollum, stay or go?
If the price is right, like Bob Barker.
Shout out Bob Barker. Rest in peace, Bob Barker.
Damn, Bob died? Damn, Bob's die.
Yeah.
Bob's
Let me beat up Billy.
It goes
Madison.
back to that, like, you don't know, like, yeah, Bob died like a year and a half ago.
Damn, son.
Probably like 2 years ago.
Remember when he beat up Billy Madison? Yeah.
I do.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Bob was cursing and shit.
Yeah.
Lito, why would you trade? Or why do you want to? Let me rephrase this.
Yeah.
You said the price has to be right. What is the right price then?
Oh,
draft picks, is it players?
No. I'm talking about. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I meant the price for us to resign CJ has to be right.
So you'd be willing to bring him back to extend him?
I would.
At the right price. Why?
I would. I mean,
there's a lot of people that do not like CJ McCollum.
Hold on. Let me give you an answer. I'll give you 5 for 12 from 3, 28 shots, 40 points, 7 assists, 11 straight years of 20 points plus a game. I mean,
is he 18th overall in the NBA history in made threes?
He top 20. I know he top 20. I don't know exactly where. He now granted, it would be him coming off the bench for me. To be honest, bro, like people think that's a slight. To me, it's so much more of a green light for him.
We've been saying this.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, Jarrett. Like, he's going up against second units. We all know he likes to get shots up in volume, especially threes. He can run an offense. And he'll get, 28, 32 minutes a night? You think he really cares about starting? Do you honestly think that, Jarrett? Let me ask you this, Jarrett. What's more important to CJ McCollum at age 34, 35? Winning or starting?
Winning. But again, you got to be able to prove that y'all can start without him, right? You got to be good without him starting for him to accept the fact that he'll probably accept it really quickly if you can be like, oh, we're going to put a roster out there that can, get a lead. That way he doesn't have to enter the game to get the league back. Like, you got to prove it to him. I think he's earned that. But he'll come off the bench, though. I think so, for sure.
Why do people take that as a slight, Lito? I'll never understand that.
Because the starters get all the glitz and glamour. Like, your name is in the intro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fanfare of people celebrating you being one of the first guys off the bench. Like, it's a bit like you could think of probably your first time playing any sport. Like, you go try out, you go to the wall, you check the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made the team for one, but then I'm starting to. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, man, CJ probably almost 300 million up in NBA. I'm pretty sure about that.
300 million, dog. Dude just opened like another wine something, like a wine club or something. Shout out to CJ and his wife. Like, you think he tripping off the NBA money?
No. I was just talking like NBA contracts. Yeah, I'm with you.
In general, hey, bro, my pocket's my pockets. Like, it is what it is. I think he just really probably care about winning more than anything.
Yeah.
Donald asks, is Zion really injured? We're just tanking. No, he's hurt, Donald. He needs to take his time, bro. Yeah, ice that back. I don't know if he'll come back. rest of the year. I don't know. You gotta take his time. It was a bad fall. It was a nasty play. For one, if I was coaching the team or any normal coach, probably would have lost their shit. Ours didn't. It was a tough fall, and if you don't see him the next month, I wouldn't be surprised. You got to be careful with these type of injuries, especially to your best players. So, prayers up to Zion. Hope he's okay. And we'll kind of go from there. So, 130 people in here. Make sure you smash the like button. Appreciate everybody here on a Sunday night. As always, thanks to our sponsors, John Deere, Sunshine 4D, and of course, Standard Mortgage. Yeah. Shout out to Theo's. Man, make sure y'all get some Theo's, bro. All right, let's talk about this now. So, speaking of the upcoming schedule, Jarrett, Pelicans, as mentioned earlier in the year or earlier in the show, the Pelicans are one game back of Charlotte for being in that top three. What would we say? It's lottery odds or number one pick odds, whatever it is. They have, if I'm not mistaken, give me a second. I know they have Golden State. I think Golden State's on Friday. They got Philly tomorrow. So you got Philly Monday. Then you have 3 days off. Golden State Friday. And then you have Charlotte Sunday. You played CJ 40 minutes tonight. It should be an automatic DNP for CJ tomorrow against Philly. Zion. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Is it at Philly?
No, it's at home.
Okay. That might be different. Because if it was at Philly, he would have probably played.
Yes.
I hope so, right? Like, there's no need for CJ to play a game after you've already played 40. Like, no, that would be. What did they say? Oh, shout out to Easy for the $10.
Man, easy.
I broke my hip on a motorcycle this week. God damn, bro.
I hope you're okay. I think he was the one that commented a screenshot y'all the week. He needed a member show. Easy. We'll do a member show this week for you. Shout out.
Damn, prayers, bro. Damn,
bro. Hope you're okay.
Gotta be careful on those bikes, man.
Man, we need to get Easy a care package or something, dog.
Easy. Yeah. Send me your forwarding address and t-shirt sizes. Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, man. I think that would be the worst thing they possibly can do. That's just an injury waiting to happen. If you allow CJ McCollum play game after he just played 40 minutes.
What's good?
What up, Jazz? What up, bro?
What's popping with y'all? How y'all doing?
Oh man,
what's up, bro?
Hanging in there, man.
We had our segment of who stays, who goes. So we'll have to catch up there for you. But
okay.
Finish statement. We'll get to the
No, we good. Yeah, I just think it'll be a very bad thing if CJ McCollum plays against the Sixers tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to think probably Zion returns. My guess is Zion will return tomorrow on a limited basis. But if CJ's out, Lito.
Hold on. Which ultimately means that CJ's going to play. He's not going to be out.
That would be crazy, bro. It would be crazy to play CJ tomorrow night.
I don't think that CJ, for one, CJ not going to want to sit. Right?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. To me, it does not matter.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Justin. But here's the thing. Nobody has any control. Who is the linchpin for?
And let me stop you there, Lito. Let me just stop you there. If they don't have control, then why does David Griffin have a job? If he's lost control, you just said they don't have control.
What's the last thing you heard David Griffin say? What?
We're playing in fucking Australia next year. That was the last thing I heard him say.
I love.
And then he said before that he said Bruce Brown's a starting five. Or I'm sorry, can play 1 through 5.
That sounds like a man with control of you.
Once he said Bruce Brown could play 1 through 5,
and meant it.
He's on the pipe.
He's definitely on the pipe. Yeah, go ahead, Chaz. Welcome to the show, Chaz. So we're talking about the upcoming schedule. We got Philly, Golden State Friday, Charlotte Sunday. You're 1 game back. Zion probably returns tomorrow. Will they sit CJ against Philly after playing 37 minutes tonight?
Well, you definitely can expect Griffin to show up in the city of brotherly love. Well, I think they sit CJ with the Zion thing. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and I'm gonna say they're gonna sit him.
Really?
I'm going out on a limb and say they're gonna sit him. Because I think you're getting down to the wire to the point where I was talking to somebody. I think Zion and CJ last game might be ironically Charlotte.
But wait, hold up, Chaz.
At home.
But why wouldn't it be Friday? Why would their last game be against Charlotte?
I think because it's the last home game. Is that the last home game of the season? Or one of
they play OKC last game of the year. So that's literally the last game.
Well, see,
you have to lose that game, Chaz.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The crazy part is playing Zion doesn't guarantee you a victory, and not playing them doesn't necessarily, because what I've noticed is when they've chosen to not play Zion, or at least when they announce it, the other teams say, all right, well, fuck it, we're not going to play our guys neither. Like, that's happened a couple times this season. So I'll just say what I would like for them to do. I would like for them to shut down Zion at this point. I think we've seen enough. With CJ, shut him down. There's nothing more to gain from playing them. And then just run everybody else out there. I understand the competitor standpoint for some of the guys, and for someone like Zion, who you can't really trust, it's like, what does he do if I try to shut him down? Can I trust this guy? Is he going to fall? Is he going to get depressed maybe and fall on old habits? Even if you don't shut him down, you got to shut him down. You got to shut him down, because Trey Murphy played 60 seconds and got hurt. Shut him down. Like, they don't need to play at all.
So this is what scares me, Chaz. I just look at the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So the Pelicans play Monday at a back-to-back. They play Monday, then they have 3 days off. They play Friday and then Sunday. Charlotte, in the meantime, plays Tuesday against Orlando. Then they play Friday against Toronto, Sunday against New Orleans, Monday against Utah. So they played three games in 4 nights. So it is it's very easy for them to be like, LaMelo, Pelicans tonight, first night of a back-to-back. You might take a night off.
Yeah,
Bridges,
look like your ankle hurt, LaMelo.
Yeah, Bridges, Charlotte's looking at that and being like, that's gonna be a game they tank. Will the Pelicans do the same thing? Is what I'm trying to get at. Do y'all think
for the Charlotte game?
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance that the Pelicans are like, nope, CJ out, Zion out?
Let me check the schedule. Pelicans schedule.
Because in the Pelicans, they have those 3 nights off, and they play Friday against Golden State, Sunday against Charlotte. Jared, why do you say no?
Bro, we've seen so many instances where this team went against conventional wisdom, right? Or the thought process of trying to tank. If there's an opportunity that a guy like Zion can play, and they want him to play, they'll just let him go out there. You know, Zion's from Charlotte, right? Like, oh, okay, go play. From the area, right?
Never mind.
Carolina.
Yeah.
He's from
Spartanburg.
Never mind. I think they play versus Golden State and Charlotte just because that's at home. That's why I said the Sunday game was I think it's probably Zion's last game, because that's before the LA Clippers home trip, Milwaukee, then you go back on the road to Brooklyn and Milwaukee again, then you end Miami, Oklahoma City at home. I think he probably plays Sunday. I think he probably plays Sunday. I wouldn't be shocked to see him miss Monday and play Friday and Sunday at home.
Have we beaten Charlotte?
Last year, yeah.
No, did we?
Oh, this season? Nah, they beat Pistons.
Who?
Charlotte. They beat the shit out the
so then this is literally like you're telling me Charlotte's beaten us already.
Mm-hmm.
So this is literally the tiebreaker right here on your home court.
Depending on how things go, but you got to lose this game. Yeah.
You got to lose that game. What's up, Chris? Chris Connor joining. How you doing?
Well, what up, Chris?
We're talking about if the Pelicans are going to tank on Sunday against Charlotte.
Shout out to
being 1 game back. I think you might be muted, Chris.
I'm here.
There you go.
Before we do that, can we talk about Derek Queen? Can we do that real quick?
Somebody asked me about him. What did he ball out?
We talking about the Pelicans, so we missed it.
So look, depending on how this shit go, Derek Queen could be a Pelican, right? So this works for everybody. Chance lives in Maryland. Derek Queen plays for Maryland from Baltimore. You know.
Oh no, I don't want no more DMV players on the Pelicans.
Yeah,
Hawkins then spoiled up for everybody. I want no more DMV players.
Nah, but Chance, give him a chance. Hawkins from DC.
Okay.
Derek Queen from Baltimore.
Okay.
All right, so look, just let me get my sales pitch here. So
I'm not saying from Baltimore too.
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, without the drugs. So that I know of. I'm not saying that Derek Queen should be a Pelican, but I am saying that you need guys with Derek Queen's mentality.
Dog mentality.
They play in Colorado State. They back and forth. Colorado State takes the lead, such and such, whatever. Now, Derek Queen from Baltimore playing for his state's team, whatever. There are guys above him in the hierarchy currently right now, because you know NIL, you got 6th, 5th year, 7th year seniors, 30-year-old men playing college basketball. So boom. Derek Queen decides he don't touch the ball. He pissed. Good majority of the second half. He's not touching the basketball, whatever. Colorado State takes the lead. It's 3.6 seconds left. Guess what this 19, 20-year-old motherfucker say? Coach, give me the motherfucking ball. 3.6 seconds, takes the ball at the paint, goes towards the left baseline, right shot off the bank, right shot off the glass, right hand, boom.
What is he? Is he a 4?
Nah, he is center. Well,
or center, whatever.
The next Hakeem Olajuwon.
You need that. You need that mentality, dog. The motherfucker ain't touched the ball. He pissed the whole game. Didn't touch the ball. He's the guy. Give me the ball when it's time to figure out if we going on a Sweet 16 or not. I like motherfuckers like that, man.
Okay.
Does he wear a long sleeve under his jersey, Chris?
Hold on one second.
Chaz is out.
Nah, just a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt, not the long
it's just
sleeve.
a t-shirt. The long sleeve. So long sleeve play.
Long sleeve cool. T-shirt is the problem right now.
One second. It's a tough bucket, dog. It's a tough bucket, dog.
I ain't gonna lie. After seeing that, if the Pelicans fall out of the top 3, trade the pick. If the Pelicans fall out of the top 3, trade the pick. That dude gonna get in the league and be fucking Zach Randolph or somebody like the Blazers. Zach Randolph. He already looking husky, right? Like he look like trade the fucking pick. But that was nice. That was a good shot. 6'10".
Derek Queen, 6'10", 245.
Wait, is he 6'10" on paper, Chris, or he a true 6'10"? I know Lito been looking at. Is he a true 6'10"?
Damn, this dude.
Lito might be.
He ain't look 6'10" right there.
I don't know. I would probably say he probably 6'9", a couple quarters. I don't think he.
This dude ain't bad.
No, he not. No,
he's an offensive monster.
He's nice as fuck.
It's the mentality.
14% from deep.
He's shooting 14. You say?
Yeah, 14% from deep. So
that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, if he was decent, he would be in the top probably conversation.
I mean, what I like is 9.5 rebounds, 1.2 blocks. But look, we already have our.
I'm
we
with
gonna
Chris.
Drop another center?
Yeah, if I could get rid of.
Damn.
And Chaz, they asked him in a post game interview. They said, "What does your conference come from?" And he said, "I'm from Baltimore."
All right. Oh man, yeah, trade the pick, man. trade
let's get into this topic then. Let's get into this topic.
Shit.
Lito, I'll start with you first.
Shout out to Baltimore. No, I love Baltimore. I love all my people in Baltimore.
Let's get in this topic. Pelicans land number 4. You trading the pick or you taking Ace Bailey?
Ooh. How you know Ace Bailey is number 4? VJ Edgecombe could be number 4.
Who is he?
VJ Edgecombe might be number 4.
Okay, Bailey or Edgecombe?
Wait, my bad. What if Dylan Harper is number 3? Because people saying Edgecombe is the number 2 now. But we'll see.
We'll
I
just
don't
say
think he
this.
did enough
Lito,
today.
we'll just say this. Lito, you got number 4.
Mm-hmm.
You trading or picking?
I'm gonna pick. I think it's a lot of talent in the draft. I don't think. I think it's a lot of talent in the draft. I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna park the conversation there and say, if an Ace Bailey was to fall a 4 for me, like even Harper. To be honest, dog. To be honest, I probably feel better picking Harper at 4 than I would at 1 or 2. Because Chad, we talking about height. I don't believe he's 6'6", but at 4, I'm kind of like, fuck.
I can live with it. Yeah,
yeah. I can talk myself into that.
They got
hit the like button, y'all. Appreciate your game, appreciate you,
like
Corey.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got Derek Queen going 5. So Jarrett, question to you: top 4 pick or number 4? Pelicans
Just a pick
4,
anyway.
You trading or picking?
Trade down. Nice.
At 4?
Yep, at 4.
All right, caveat. I don't know who my coach is.
You don't know who your coach is.
That's the tough part, right? Like, I don't know who's the coach.
Yeah, if it's Willie Old, you might as well just
Yeah,
ain't playing no rookie, but fucking trade that.
No, or like the development's off, right? Like if it's like who falls to me, I don't know, man. I'll probably trade it just because if it's Willie again, like I can't trust it. I might as well just go get a veteran.
If someone gives the example, I don't mean to cut you off, Jared, but if someone gives the example of Eves Missy, like that doesn't count. Like there was no, like he had no other option. It was just going to be Eves Missy. But go ahead, Jared.
Yeah,
please don't give that example.
Yeah, please.
No, there will be people that give that example.
I had a fire joke, but it might be too inappropriate.
No,
but Daniel Tyson, he don't deserve this joke, so I'm not gonna go there. But whatever, he don't deserve this joke. Daniel Tyson, he didn't even want to play basketball anymore. This man wanted to go home, and Dave Griffin came calling him. It's whatever. I'm gonna let you slide, Tyson.
Chris, top 4 pick, number 4.
All right, I got
Derek Queen's right there. You just went on a rant.
Right. Ain't no way in the world.
The world what,
I gotta ask, what do you think the number 4th, let's say even number 4th pick and stuff is worth? I think that's an important question.
That's a very good question, Chris.
It's a great question because it does depend on who would be available, right?
Not even available. What do you think is worth? Like even archetype wise, like in the NBA, like what do you think?
You gotta give me a starter. I gotta get a starter.
I think you can get
number 4. You gotta give me a starter.
I think you can get if LaMelo Ball is available, because I don't know if it's available, but I think you can get LaMelo Ball or Julius Randle with pick 4.
You're telling me we get LaMelo? You think you get LaMelo number 4? I'm doing it right.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Close.
Now
LaMelo and Zion is.
But here's the thing. LaMelo Ball and Julius Randle, do they really move the needle? You're bringing talent into the building.
Entertainment, Chaz. You're talking about entertaining basketball. That's literally all we've been asking.
That's
for.
true.
Entertaining basketball. Those two are entertainment.
That's true.
I don't know if it's a winning product. You might be right about that, but
if you can get let's say this, Justin, if you can get a talent even in the atmosphere of a LaMelo Ball, it's worth it. If not,
100%.
you keep it. You keep it and you draft best player available, whoever you think that is.
I think I agree with Chris. Yep. I'm gonna say if I go for LaMelo, or I got so many picks that I don't necessarily need to put that pick on the table. Also, if Ace Bailey I'm taking Ace Bailey. I'm taking Ace Bailey just because if you're the Pelicans, nobody, like, your chance of signing a free agent or even trading for a player with that type of ceiling, it's not happening. You got to go for the high upside play, like kind of like what we say with Cam Whitmore. Just go for the high upside play, man. You got to take Ace Bailey because you still can trade for LaMelo, or you still can trade for anyone who might be available. That's the benefit of, because every Pelicans pick might as well be a lottery pick. And if I'm Charlotte, I'm saying, wait a minute, you want a LaMelo who never plays to go play with Zion who never plays, while you wait on Trey Murphy who's hurt, Herb Jones who's hurt, and Dejounte Murray who's hurt to come back. Let's do it. Give me a future picks. I'll gamble on those picks being lottery picks. I think you do it.
So, well, let me ask you this, because I know y'all aren't going to trade number 1. Would y'all trade 2?
Depends. What we trade 1 for, though. That it depends.
So you'd be, I mean, okay. Who would you trade besides obviously like not like Luka and Shea and all these guys, but who would you trade Cooper Flag for then if you landed number 1?
I mean,
who's a player?
Jason Tatum available?
No, I don't think you get Tatum for Cooper Flag. I think now Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, you get Jaylen Brown. I'm not trading number 1 for JB though.
Okay. Who would you trade?
Is Ant available?
The Pelicans, the New Orleans Pelicans can't trade the number 1 overall pick.
Why?
Because it would just
they've already failed. They've already failed the last 2 numbers.
See, that's my stance on it. that's how.
Right.
They've won one playoff series with the last 2
but
number 1
it's still market management. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bob.
He's so happy. He's muted.
My bad. I'm super happy about this because I do think you can get Tatum with number 1. Here's why. Yeah, here's why. The Boston Celtics just sold. Well, the previous owners just sold. Now they have a new owner, right? Mm-hmm. Cooper's from I believe Maine, right? Maine, New Balance. He's a New Balance kid. New Balance sponsors the Boston Celtics, right? New Balance everything in the facility. Jason Tatum, although light-skinned cat, nice hairline, nice hair, still isn't the face of the league, right? I think Boston will move off Jason Tatum. Like, hey,
think so?
Yes, because I truly believe that we'll make another one. That's how they feel about Cooper. We'll just make another one. And he's white. That's just like cool.
It's the next Larry Bird.
I literally think it is
fucking
possible.
Gordon Hayward walking through that door.
No, I really feel like, hey, they don't. Jason Tatum, although you've won a championship, they already had 8. It's different if he was like on the Pelicans, right? And he won one. Like, no, we would never give him up. No, he went to the Celtics. He won one with them. They have enough. They will move off him.
Those are great points.
Do you think Tatum? I know he gets a ring. Maybe he's not the face of the franchise, but do you think they would like? If Tatum's like, I'm not going to New Orleans.
I don't think he got the clout.
Dang,
he was actually open.
That's so
to going
fucking crazy to me, bro.
He was open to going to New Orleans with the AD stuff.
Yep. You sure about that? You was?
No, yeah, he was. St. Louis, like that. That like he was adamant about going to New Orleans if given the opportunity.
Hey, listen. If that's the case, my bad, Chad.
No, go.
If that's the case, I'm taking Jason Tatum. That first pick for Tatum, bro. Please, like. We complain about right the Pelicans limited options at center, the lack of rebounding. Jason Tatum is literally a small forward, averaging at least 11 rebounds a game. He's giving you 11, 8, and 27.
Oh, if I get Jason Tatum, like, yes, I'm doing that in a heartbeat. What's the contract?
That'll change everything for me all the way around,
bro. You do that.
And it actually works for JT just from them standpoint, right? Like winning in Boston is a different element, right? But you're not the guy. You still won't be the guy. The Red Sox still sit above you in a sense. Like if the Red Sox won a World Series, like nothing you do with the Celtics still would matter. If he wins in New Orleans, again, if JT is about legacy, this is so much more than winning with the Celtics. It is.
Man, and see. I think personally, I'm shit. If Tatum on the table, period, give them whatever they want, right?
Whatever.
Yeah, give them whatever they want. But man, what's today? Sunday. Jaylen Brown got an interview coming out later today. It might be out already. And he got an interview with a very controversial figure. If it come down to Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I'm telling y'all, they getting the Black Panther up out the building because like it's just once like the interview ain't even dropped yet. I don't know if it dropped it, but once I saw they announced it, I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Who you interviewing with?
I I don't want to get a guy no promo. I think the guy's like I think he's a scammer. But once this interview comes out and it gets clipped up and shit, they gonna be rushing to get Jaylen Brown out of Boston. That's why I'm kind of saying I think it's gonna be Jaylen Brown because his people already dislike his contract. You know, he's already a vocal person. He already kind of like, man, you know, I think he's from Atlanta. So he's a Southern guy, and
there's more you can say.
Yeah, you know, he's. I think he would be a lot more open to going to New Orleans as well. I think both would be, but I think he would be like, if we gotta get rid of one of them, it's you. So
I just look at Tatum's contract. It's crazy to see this figure, but in 2029, 2030, in 2029, he's gonna make $71 million in 1 year.
Book it.
$71 million.
Let him pay. He working.
Man, I gotta check the taxes in Boston.
Cap. It's crazy.
I know what I wanted to ask y'all though.
Go ahead.
Like, do you think like just looking at everything, I think who we saw so far? We saw Cooper, we saw Edgecombe, the guys at Rutgers didn't make it. We saw Queen today. We saw Trey Johnson. What's the worst you think they could do with a CJ and like let's just say they get the salary together, CJ and salary for in that number 4 pick. Let's say the pick stays at 4. What's the worst you think they could do with CJ? Like, what's the worst return you would accept with CJ number 4 and this salary?
The worst return.
Yeah, like would you take John Collins and Colin Sexton?
I would not.
I would not either. Would you take Julius Randle? Anybody take Julius Randle?
Mm-mm.
No,
I wouldn't.
No.
Would y'all take Laurie? Would y'all take Laurie Markkinen?
No, not no more.
Nah, me neither. That contract fucked up.
Hey, you know what though? I'm not mad at the Colin Sexton, John Collins shit though.
I just don't want to do it for 4. Like,
for the 4th pick? No.
Yeah.
No.
Would you take? Because the Jazz got a tank again. So, because I think OKC owns their pick if it's not allowed, if it's like doesn't fall, I think in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're gonna be entertaining some more calls for Laurie. If they call you tomorrow and say, all right, look, fuck the number 4 pick. Give me CJ and matching salary, and I don't know her. I don't know what the situation is with her, but give me CJ and matching salary, and we'll give you Laurie. Would you take on Laurie's contract at this stage? Laurie contract fucked up.
What is? You said CJ and matching salary?
Yeah. So matching salary, and in this case, it would have to be maybe a sign and trade for Bruce Brown, maybe Jordan Hawkins, maybe Jose Alvarado.
I'd be.
Dang, really
I'd probably be. Yeah. You know, I would. Yeah.
Laurie fell off, Justin.
I would.
I mean, it's one bad year.
Because I was thinking, Chaz, I think I wouldn't do any worse of a player than Darius Garland, and I think Darius Garland is in that range of like let's say Cleveland doesn't win a championship, or they get bounced in the first round. Like, you're gonna be looking at a situation where they're once again gonna have to be aggressive in the offseason. So I would say no worse than Darius Garland. I think Markkinen is in that tier, in that range.
Yep. Y'all give up 4 for Sabonis? My bad, Justin.
Well, I was just saying, Laurie. I mean, we still, like, I know it was a year ago, but
for 40-something million, it just makes me like, God,
23 points per game and averaging 40% from deep. I mean, that's exactly what you want to
say. But Justin, you said it was one bad year, but technically it was only really one good year too.
That's fair.
And I don't feel like Laurie is significantly better than Trey. Honestly, I feel like they
not significantly.
Wait,
not significantly.
So I was going to say, Chaz, we would say number 4 for somebody. Like
Sabonis. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. In a heartbeat. Yes.
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
So wait. Here's the deal.
What's the deal?
And this is just my mind. If I give you the 4th pick for Sabonis,
yeah,
you got to take Dejounte. You got to take Dejounte, and I'm gonna give you Misa. Yeah. But you got to take Dejounte.
Yeah.
Where do I sign?
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right.
Chaz.
Now the Sabonis contract rough too.
Do I get the Kings first round pick?
No.
So they get number 4. They get number 4.
They gotta give me that one, dog.
Wait. You talking about them giving you the pick back?
Yeah.
No,
do I get that
we
first?
trade 4 for whatever. Say they draft 18, 19.
Okay.
And then
I think y'all overcomplicating this.
Well,
Sabonis, do you? Wait, see, Sabonis is like a small planet to me.
I don't need the pick. Chris, right? I don't need the pick.
He's like a small planet, dog. Like when you get fuck what he's doing this year is him fitting in with all these other different parts and them making trades, so on and so forth. But Sabonis is in he's a smaller Joker, bro. He's the brother of like Sengun. Like you New Orleans, you do that.
But
this would be like the buddy.
I just want to pick. I just need a pick. I need a pick because you
need some cheap salary for this year.
No depth. I'm not saying we have a lot of depth right now. I'm saying, Chris, we might have enough players.
No, let's say that's negotiable, right? Buku's that guy with DeMontis is what's DeMontis' salary for next season? Buku's that guy. So
who is Buku's that guy?
I have no idea.
Might
it's
be
probably he says but I think
shout out to Buku.
All right, shout out to Buku Sag guy, man. So next year the Pelicans are about $30 million from the first apron, which puts them about $27 million from the tax, if I'm not mistaken. So if Sabonis is making, I'm assuming he's making about 42, 43 next year. So if he's making 42, 43 next year, you of course, let's say you send out what's homie? You send out Dejounte, right? Dejounte from the Bay Area. Seattle, but same shit. Bay Area, send out Dejounte. But now you got to fill out the rest of the tradable salary. So who you said? I'm guessing you sent out Hawkins because he's like the Dyson Daniels of this year because he's the only one making enough money. No, and you sent out Messi, and that gets you to about 40. And so now you got your center. You got
Carlo's your backup. Okay, so
Carlo's your backup for now. And you only spent about $3 million. You only got $3 million less. So let's say now you got about 24, 20, maybe 25, depending on what a cap comes in. About 25 to play with. And you can fill out the rest of your roster with that. But your starting lineup right now is CJ, DeMontis Sabonis, Zion Williamson, and
but Chaz, how often, if you are the Pelicans, do you get an opportunity? Like this is hypothetical, but how often do you get an opportunity to get a player that is capable of doing the amount of things that Sabonis can do on a basketball floor? Right. Like that's what I'm focused on. Like,
and Sabonis, you still got CJ contract to move.
So like those are the kind of things that I think of. You don't get these opportunities very often. Even with like Laurie, right? We were talking about marketing. Even if you're down on who he is going forward and the money that he's making, a lineup that gives you Zion, Trey Murphy, and marketing, I'm signing up for every single time. Like that's beyond difficult to have to guard and game plan for defensively.
Especially if you playing Zion at the 2, Laurie at the 4, Trey at the 3. That's a crazy
because then you can even actually start Messi. Like you can actually start Messi, be fine, and then
I wouldn't go
as
crazy.
A defense,
I wouldn't go crazy there, but you could get away with it. Probably.
No, you can start him.
Yeah,
you can start him. Man,
what you saying, Chris?
I mean, I'm just saying as a like if you were trying to guard that defensively, there's no way to guard it. Like you are gonna if Zion's in the middle of the floor and you have Laurie and or Trey Murphy isolated on opposite sides of each other, defense, you're gonna have to sacrifice something every single fucking time on the basketball floor.
Chris, who's the coach?
I think we gotta presume that Willie gone at this point. If he's not gone, we gotta presume that at least he got somebody else like feeding him the information at this point. Like, I wanted to ask y'all the shout to call Langley.
Wait, hold up. Time out, Chaz. Before you get to your question, we got 71 likes. Come on. Just hit the like button. Smash the like button. Help us out. Sunday night show. Fucking on a 19-win team. Just hit the fucking like button. Go ahead, Jazz.
You know what's crazy? Nah, never mind. Because that could. I just came from the movies. I'm on my best behavior today. So, but Justin said so. Kind of wild though. But
you know what?
So,
Sunday show. Shit.
But all right. So shout out to Will Guillory. He put out an article, and I think we've been kind of hearing some similar things behind the scenes that Herb may not be ready to start the season, even given when he got his injury and when he elected to have surgery. Hearing some interesting things about the rehab process. So with that in mind, what do you guys think the Pelicans need to start next season to stay afloat? What do you think they need specifically?
A starting point guard and a starting center.
No, I mean not only stay afloat. Let's say they got to be some improvements, right? A little bit.
Well, that's debatable.
Well, okay. Let's say they bring in Tyus Jones. Let's say Tyus Jones is starting point guard to start. Right now, you need some shooting. You get Trey Murphy's hurt. So where does shooting come from on the wing?
Jordan Hawkins, Antonio Reeves.
Oh, okay,
I'm serious.
I'm seriously asking. I'm really asking.
I'm giving you a serious answer.
Like, do y'all think the priority shifted once Trey got hurt going into next season?
Do we think he's missing the start of the season?
Yes,
that's my question.
Yeah, I think Trey will be back in December.
See, I've heard other things. So and I've seen I've seen other things.
Right.
And I've heard other things. So I don't know. I mean, it's probably too early in the process, but I don't think it's
right. I'm going by.
I think it's a
timeline that don't exist right now. So
well, I mean, right. It could be, and that's the thing. I don't think anyone's heard a timeline yet either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like
we haven't heard until he has surgery.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the weird thing with him. But let's say, for the sake of the argument, let's say that he's not available. Let's say he's missing time.
Mm-hmm.
You are fucked.
Okay.
I mean, because
that's why you can't trade CJ.
There we go. Because you're missing 3 starters hypothetically.
Yeah.
There's no other formula or situation that you could think of. No matter how good Zion is, like there's no other formula that I can think of that can have you. Like, I don't think that they would be god awful, because the start of the season, most teams start off with
trying to find your energy.
Right. So, you might be able to stay afloat for maybe 10 games, but all these teams eventually hit a wall where it's like you missing shit, or you really not as good. Your coach sucks. Like, it's time to kind of come back down to earth. So
I think they got a couple spots that they can address and do well with this offseason. Like, you got the Tyus Jones, you got Ty Jerome, you got spot point guards that give you some shooting, give you some scoring, can do a couple of things, right? And now on the wing, let's just say they say Zion next season, 19 shots a game. This is you, 19, 20 shots a game minimum. Like, Zion, do whatever you're doing, just do that. 19, 20 shots a game, and you got CJ's contract. You can move CJ's contract to kind of fill out the roster, get a couple pieces with that. I don't think it'll be difficult for them to stay afloat. The thing that's gonna annoy me is that it's like, damn, y'all could have been good. Y'all was 1 or 2 things away from being y'all could have been good. And I mean, you still got the pick. That's another major. Could you get the number 2 pick or number 1 pick? It's even number 3, honestly. You can sell yourself on a dream and be like, man, now we're gonna get Ace Bailey. We're gonna show them all the right things to do. We're gonna, you can sell yourself on a dream and stay afloat. So as y'all for next season, y'all just saying fuck it, it ain't nothing. It's over.
No, there is. No way.
No, I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over, but I think it's hard to if you are missing 3 starters, without knowing who you drafted,
Jesus,
it's kind of hard to really project or assume that the team can be, that formidable, because how many roster spots are we talking about that they're missing, or good quality players?
Yeah.
I don't know. But if you're telling me that they're missing 3 starters or 2 starters and they draft Cooper Flag, I feel a little different.
Chris, knowing Trey Murphy and how hard he works in the offseason, you don't think he can get back by October? 7 months. That's 6.5 months.
I 100% believe that he will be back before the start of the year, or will be ready to play before that. I don't think that honestly speaking, while it was a bad tear, I think he'll be doing basketball shit and be preparing by August.
Oh, so you think he'll be back for the start of the season?
But knowing him,
months.
Right.
Like 7 months. Like, listen, 7 months is a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Like even for what happened to him, because you like, okay, so look, right? They say on torn labrums, the average recovery time for most is like 6 months to 10 months. But the older you are, that's typically the longer it takes to recover, right? So you would have to figure he should probably be around that 6 or 7 month area. You probably will want to push him maybe towards the 6 month range. And if it's 6 months, then that's okay.
The only thing that's really going to suck is, I mean, he's not going to be able to do anything with that shoulder in the offseason with shooting, and ball handling. Everything's been on his left hand. He's going to be really good with his left. I'll tell you that much.
I also think him and Herb having the same injury kind of helps both of their recovery, because it's like you have a gym partner, things like that. Like, truthfully, man, that's why I really think like Chris just gave me some great news, because I was thinking mid-November, early December. That's why I was like, I can't really throw away the season next year, because if Zion is even kind of who he's supposed to be, it's a 500 team, right? And I'm sure they're gonna improve around the edges, and you got this new draft pick, joining. So it should be at least 500 by the time you start getting your reinforcements back. And let's say, what's his name? Dejounte is kind of around the corner, maybe in January, right? That's not awful. Now, the thing is, all 3 of them dudes are going to be coming off the bench to start.
I actually, Chaz, like, I wouldn't be shocked if there was good news to the end, like finding good news out of the injuries. It happened to Dejounte Murray, who works pretty hard. Trey Murphy, who works pretty hard. Herb Jones, another guy. Like, I know it was weird, like, but he's a hard worker. So, like, I don't have to worry about these guys rehabbing hard to get back on the court, because Dejounte and Trey and Herb want to play. But like, you make a really good point. If Zion can be who he's been and average maybe 4 or 5 more shots, I'll say fuck 19. Go get 22, 23 field goal attempts tonight. See what happens.
Start shooting some threes.
But he'll get to the free throw line. Like, he could easily average 27, 28 a night, pushing 30. I mean, you see what he's doing, and he's doing this and keep in mind, guys, he's doing this in 28, 29 minutes a night.
All right.
Get to 33, 34.
That's not going to change.
What's that?
That's not going to change.
The minutes.
Stop, bro.
That's not going to change.
Stop.
Justin, you're in year 7. You're in year 7. You think year 8 is going to make a difference?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got me those first 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Year 8, I got you.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Justin. I would keep playing him if I get the best version of this dude in 30 minutes.
Yep.
I'm like, yo, you gonna play 30 minutes, bro? You gonna play 30 minutes till it's time for the playoffs?
Yep.
Do you think Jared? You think that's the move next year? Zion 28, 30 minutes a night?
My bad. No, my bad. Nah, we talked about this. I thought the Pelicans did a good job of like making Zion's aerobic floor, right? Like, this was a good job through the end of the season, right? Continually to say you're going to play this amount of minutes and we're going to give you a base level. Now, I don't think this is like conducive to winning long term, but I think this gives him an opportunity now to give you a base. Now, hopefully he gets through a summer healthy, right? It starts next season. How many times has Zion started game 1 of a season?
One this year.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like
twice.
One his
Twice.
rookie year.
exactly. What are we?
Damn.
My point exactly.
Twice,
Like
twice.
just trying to get Zion
Twice.
healthy for
Mhm.
game 1. What does that look like? Did you have a
Yes.
good summer? Was it,
Yeah.
was it productive? Did you work on anything? Can we actually see what that looks like? And then we can ramp up those minutes rather than, just flying out the window.
Maybe 3 times.
See?
3.
I got-
I got
but
2.
5 of the, well, year 2.
You're
Mhm.
2.
Not this year, but last year, right?
It's 3 times. It is 3 times. You're right, Chris. Year 2.
Yeah, last year.
The year with the creepy
After
David
the
Griffin
foot.
picture. Yeah, the year after the foot. And the
So, yeah, 3.
yeah, it's 3. It's 3.
So
So it's what,
3
3
out
out of 6?
3 out of 6.
Yeah,
50%,
I'm starting
baby.
not to even count that foot year. Honestly, I'm really starting like
29,
and like in my mind, I'm starting to write that year off like it never happened. Just because I'm like, like what the fuck could you do? Like I don't know. I did a lot of research on that injury when it did happen, and I don't know if he had because CJ kind of had a slip when he was like, "You broke your foot twice. I broke mine." Da, da, da. I'm like, "Oh, he broke it twice." Oh, because what I was researching when that injury first happened is that injury had a high probability of re-injury after its initial recovery. So I don't know, and it's the Pelicans, so you never fucking know. Zion could have been somewhere at Shoney's just acting a fool. Like
Shoney's.
you don't really know what you don't really know what Zion was doing these. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, they get the right draft pick, bro. Like that's what makes Ace Bailey not scare me anymore. Because I'm like, I don't give a fuck how you play in the first year, as long as you can make the shots, because you're gonna need a person who can take difficult shots. You need any offense you can get to start for next year. Any motherfucker can do anything. Cam Thomas, anybody can do anything. You need them to start the season next year, and then we'll work on your bad habits. That's what coach is for.
Y'all think this is a real? We'll go one more. We'll go about 5-10 more minutes. Y'all think it's a real reality for next year?
No,
No, it can't be.
I can't do this.
Can't do it.
Can't be.
Yeah, it's been
Can't do it.
miserable. Yeah,
I don't
Can't
think
do
they
it.
can afford to do it, like job wise and shit like that, and career wise. I don't think a lot of people can afford to do it.
Depending on what you consider tank, in my opinion, I don't think you're going to be good. But you have to understand that going into the season, you have to change your coach now.
Yeah.
You have to understand what your injuries are. Give yourself a lower plateau, right? An easier thing to accomplish. Like, listen, we're not trying to win. Not say we're not trying to win. We're just trying to be competitive, right? Don't say you're trying to win a championship, and like that's just stupid because you're not. You're just lying again. Just say we're just trying to compete, get better, wait for our guys to get healthy, and when they do get healthy, we'll go from there. Rather than, yeah, we're trying to be a playoff contender from day one.
Yeah.
Man. So
That's
they're
what pisses
doing
off season ticket holders. Jared, go ahead, Chris.
they're doing Justin and 5 what they should have done in
Year
like
one.
earlier. Yeah, year 1,
Yeah.
year 2 to start the Zion era. They're doing it in year 7, year 8. Got it. Great.
I think you only tank again if
It's crazy.
you prepared to extend Zion this offseason, or B,
You think
you
Zion will sign that?
No, that's what I'm saying. Or B, you about to trade him this offseason. That's the only way. To me, that's the only way you do
I
it.
see what you're saying.
Because you gotta know for a fact that either he cost control and he about to be here, and he's like, I'm bought in. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucking up. I'm ready. I'm a new man. I'm not wilding out like I used to. I'm a new man. I changed, right? Or it's like, all right, look, we about to rip all the drywall down in this bitch. We about to take, we're taking, they got lead paint in the house. Everybody got to go. Zion has been real, dog. Best wishes. But you can't do that. So it's, I don't know, man. It's just tough.
This is hell.
That's why if Trey and them was out like indefinitely, I would be like, oh yeah, you got to take. Like what's the difference? But the fact that he gonna be back soon, I think they gotta at least give it a chance.
All right. Lito, go ahead.
Hey, did y'all talk about? I missed the last show.
No
Did y'all talk
more.
about the Pelicans declining to renew people's season tickets?
Oh, so that was we did, but it was clarified. It's because of selling on the secondary market or something like that. The Saints and Pelicans do that. So like they have like technology that say like these season ticket holders sell them on the secondary market, and so they're like, nah, we're not doing this. But
God forbid.
I don't.
So if I bought the
building.
tickets and I sold them, you still got my money? What is that?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Well, that's why I didn't understand, especially season ticket holders this year. Like, you're not gonna make a profit off it, like the tickets.
How you a cheeky bum,
bro? Them bum ass blue seats in that arena, and you confused about the wrong thing. See, you need to get your shit together.
But the Saints.
Don't worry about who I'm
thing.
selling
Like,
shit to. They bums too, though.
The weird part was like, man, the email was just. Jared and I talked about this. Like, the email was just. It could have just been worded so differently, just so differently. But it's crazy. Let's get some fan questions. We'll get out of here. Appreciate everybody. Stop by, add a comment. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the bell notification. Let you know we're going live. Always live Sunday night. This week, hopefully, we'll be able to do 3 recaps. But when Zion doesn't play, there's really no point to do a show.
No Zion, no us.
No. But the reason why Zion didn't play tonight, for all you smart asses, it's a Sunday night show. So Sunday night show gets done. Tennessee. Let's go with Lito. What's the ceiling of a Sabonis, Zion, Murphy team?
What the Pelicans win last year? 49 games?
Yeah.
49 games.
Hanging up in the Smoothie King Center.
I mean, the banner, it's not a championship, but I mean, I would say, depending on however they fill the roster, I could see that team winning about 55.
55 games.
No, Sabonis calling me. Like Sabonis is like Chris. He said he an ecosystem, and like that's how I see him. If don't matter what team he playing on, he is just that good to where like he just make that shit work, bro.
I think Zion would be the most talented player Sabonis ever played with. He'd be the best player Sabonis ever played with, and maybe vice versa also. So
if Zion,
go ahead.
No, I'm saying if Zion loves Kelly Olynyk, I got news for you, buddy. I got news for you. Somebody that could dribble, pass, shoot, and rebound,
bro.
Yeah.
So Sabonis would be nice.
So typically, I hear like post center with Zion, and I cringe. But post center that can pass and do other shit, yeah. You know what I mean? And somebody who's extending his range, a little bit, starting to shoot a few threes every now and then. That's totally different. Yep. It would be foreign to both of them, to be honest.
And he can screen well.
Yeah, Sabonis is
getting running Trey Murphy off of Sabonis down screen.
Hey, bro.
Into a 2-man on the left hand side.
Hey, bro.
They be elbowing the fuck out of Sabonis. Sabonis always leaving the game. He can always come back, but they be elbowing.
He always come
back.
He's always.
So let me ask you something. Why do the Kings do it? You just traded for Zach LaVine. You got Keegan Murray. You got to sign. No, that contract about to be ugly. Keegan Murray had the worst season possible. DeMar still under contract. Trey Lyles a free agent. You ain't really got no depth.
I think that's why though. They have no direction either.
It makes more sense for them to tear it down. Yeah,
exactly.
They tried, Chaz. They tried. They tried. Like this is.
And you get 2 lottery picks because you're gonna have your own pick, and you get the Pelicans pick. So
maybe they hit the reset button. Like they just fire sale. Just done.
Make y'all this too. Do y'all think they get the bonus without the number 4 pick, or without a lottery pick? No,
I think so.
I think you get them without it.
I think so.
No. How you do that?
You don't think so?
No.
I say that just because you got all your own first.
Now, why would Sacramento do that?
Because it's the
Sacramento
Pelicans.
shouldn't.
Yeah, Sacramento shouldn't do it.
Sacramento shouldn't do it. That's what I would say. Like if they're trading Sabonis, which honestly I think that they should. But if they're trading Sabonis to whoever, they need something that kind of really springs them into a true rebuilding and tearing things down. Working towards Keegan Murray's whatever the fuck his actual ceiling is,
something they can
and the next rookie you're bringing in, like that should be the plan.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Chaz, what movie did you see? Max.
Oh, I went and saw Magazine Dreams with Jonathan Majors and
the bodybuilding.
yeah. I don't know. It's
good
crazy.
things.
It was a great movie. I don't know nobody else from that cast. Maybe one person. That's unlike me. I don't know none of these other people. But it was a dope movie. That shit was like 2.5 hours.
DJ Trauma Gaming, appreciate the super chat. Where y'all been at? Why changes
Chaz's
rant?
rant and got clipped.
Chaz's
He must be talking. You talking about we're talking about the membership episode, DJ Trauma? Which rant you talking about?
What show?
I don't know what show y'all talking about. Yeah, I don't.
What show?
Who knows? Taking nights off. I see now. Y'all like BI. Well, Brandon Ingram still hasn't played. Brandon Ingram's taking months off.
He took a season off.
That's crazy.
Brandon Ingram's taking. Brandon Ingram might take a year off. At this point, it's crazy. He hasn't returned. Yeah. So, gaming. We as a podcast, we all decided to not do a podcast Friday night after losing by 40 when Zion didn't even play. We all decided to enjoy our Friday night with loved ones. I went to dinner for one.
He said the T-Wolves one. He said the most recent one.
Why is
I didn't say that. I don't think none got clipped on that one. Trauma.
I don't know. Appreciate you, Trauma. No, Chung, I'm not doing it. Not tonight. Shout out to 4600 for Red Street. So yeah, we'll be live tomorrow, Monday night, and then we'll go Friday.
Did y'all just say Easy super chat? Man, shout out to Easy.
Yeah,
Is Easy the guy who ran over the wild hog? Easy, is that you who ran over the wild hog, bro?
What's
We gotta do a members only show for Easy because he's like he did something.
Damn! Shout out to you, brother. Get well soon, bro.
Get well.
Shout out to you, man.
But I appreciate we're in the super chats and the chat just in general.
Appreciate everybody.
Thanks for everybody. So we'll see y'all Monday. By the way, yeah, both of you, Trauma and Gaming, or I'm sorry, Gaming and Co. We gotta give them a membership. I just don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it neither, son.
Wait.
Gaming and Co. Y'all are always here. Appreciate all your support. I don't know how to.
Trauma, you talking about the Pistons game? I think.
Probably gotta give one a Chung too.
I don't know why I thought Trauma was already a member.
Somebody got to explain to us how to do it.
He said, when will the Wilt 100-point game show up? We having some internal discussions about that one.
Discussions are not going well.
We'll see. I think it'll be all right. Shout out to Jared Jones, leader of shouting y'all, big dog.
What's up, baby?
Appreciate y'all, man. Smash the like button.
Young
We'll see
prospect.
y'all Monday night.
Prospect,
Appreciate
yeah,
you,
prospect.
prospect. Yeah, we gotta get prospect one too. We'll give out like 4 or 5.
Just do a big raffle or some shit.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys. Talk to y'all later.